Hi guys, it's Sarah here. Welcome back to my channel and another lock update. The last update I did was my 3-month update. And to be honest with you, when the 4-month mark came, I was kind of like, nothing's really changed significantly for me to like come on the camera and really talk about it. So instead of doing that, I thought now I would push it out to every other month. And then the big 1-year anniversary since my Sisterlocks have been installed, I figured that was a good way to go. So if it's your first time coming here, welcome. My name is Sarah. I make natural hair content, but in the last 5 months, I got my Sisterlocks, so now it's more Sisterlocks type content. I also do lifestyle vlogs and travel content, advice content as well. So if you're interested in any of that, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. One of the things I do across all of my lock videos is make sure to give my stats in case that's all you've come here for and you really don't care for anything else. So I have a lot of hair on my head, it's dense, but each of the individual strands are fine and it's between 4A to 4B. I got my locks installed over the course of 3 days. And we ended on February 20th, 2023. It took a total of 31 hours to install them. Yeah. I have a total of 705 Sisterlocks. My hair was colored balayage style before I got my Sisterlocks. And the last time I had actually touched up the color was like August of 2022. So I didn't touch it up right before I got my Sisterlocks installed. And this is how it looks, despite the fact that I haven't gotten a new touch-up. I'm loving it. If you're interested in knowing more about the process of how the install went, I'll probably leave the card somewhere here or down in the description box so you can go check out that video. If you're interested in seeing how my hair looked when it first got installed versus now, check out the playlist, my Sisterlocks playlist. All my videos are in there. And if you have any questions or you just want to say, hey girl, welcome to the lock community, I'm here for it, leave a comment down below. I guess before we really jump into the update, I'll show you my hair. All right, so we've got the front. Now, I think I've gotten my hair retied 3 or 4 times now. I will maybe put something in the description or insert it on the screen. But I am 2 weeks post my retie. I washed my hair 2 days ago, and this is a fresh braid out. Oh my gosh, okay. So here's the front. Let's get in here and show you. Okay, side. Sorry guys, listen, I am in love with my hair. So every time I do these update videos, it's like, dang. I actually went back and I was watching my 1-month update, my 2-month, and just looking at how much my hair has like grown since then, and like how the locks look compared to now, and I'm just like, I'm in awe. Like, yeah. I would like to show you guys what my ends also look like. So there's a close-up. What they look like. yeah, that's my hair. All right, so in terms of the update, if you watch my 3-month, everything was pretty much cool, great, and whatever. I was just experiencing some buildup in the back of my hair, and I had concluded that I was waiting too long to wash my hair. So I did find, because since that 3-month update, I've washed my hair a few times, and I recognized that washing it every 2 weeks versus every 3 weeks is way better for me. Now, there are some times when it does get pushed to the 3-week mark and I'm like, whatever, but I just make sure I spend a lot more time back there just going in and really getting all the grit, the grime, and whatever is built up back there. You may have noticed a little bit of it. Also, what I do is if I wasn't able to get it all in that one wash, I really don't stress about it. I literally just, like, the following week, like a week later, I just section this portion at the back off and I just shampoo right in there and get the rest that I had missed in my main wash out of it, and it works. So I have solved the problem in terms of if there is buildup, just getting it out. And I know a few of you had commented below about like the clothes I wear and things like that. When I got my locks, it was winter time, so I was still wearing a lot of those knitted sweaters. But the funny thing is, I'm finding that it doesn't look like the buildup is from lint per se. It just feels more like anything that's just like in the air, just that natural stuff that you kind of like attract to your hair. I remember when I was loose natural and when my hair used to be out, like if I did a braid out or a twist out, after a few days when I went back in to like refresh it or whatever, sometimes you would notice like, just like not lint, just stuff. I don't really know how to describe it, but if you've had your natural hair and been like doing twist outs and braid outs and stuff like that, it's like this thing that kind of over the course of the days, just from you being outside and being about, all these things just kind of sit on your hair, and then because you got the gel and the different things in your hair, it just kind of sits there. So when it's time to like rehydrate or even wash it out, you see them, the little fuzz and whatever. So I've been noticing that, because even without sweaters and stuff, it's summertime now, even without that stuff, there'll still be some buildup. But I'm noticing that if I do it this way, wash every 2 weeks, or in between, have like a 1 week wash at the back, I'm golden. So I'm not even worried about it. I wasn't worried about it back at my 3-month update either, but it was a little like, I gotta just make sure I keep on top of it. So that's that. In terms of like my hair, like obviously if you look, maybe if I can, I'll try to do like a comparison. Like I'll show you, I'll put something right here of like my 1 month versus like what it looks like now, because I'm so grateful that I'm documenting this journey, because I'm telling you, all the Loc sisters that I watched who said they wish they had documented it from day one so they could really see the change, I'm so glad I did, because like I feel like if I didn't, although I know instinctively that my hair is growing, it's getting bigger, it's getting fuller and all of that stuff, it still mesmerizes me to actually go back to those previous videos and see it. Yeah. But there was something significant that happened after this last retie of mine. Okay, this is 2 weeks ago. I think I remember telling you in one of my updates that what I noticed about my hair, obviously, because as you can see, some of these pieces are much shorter. See that? Much shorter than others. And part of that reason is because my hair was layered when I started this, and she layered it even more when I completed the install. But the other main reason too was because I did have a lot of breakage in certain areas, so those hairs were already short going into the process. So like, see this one for example, how short it is compared to the rest of my hair. So if you have hairs that are at the top that are shorter than the hairs down here, yes, you'll get that nice like layered effect, but what you'll also get, and if you notice in some of my other videos, these areas here just didn't look as full. Like it'd be full, and then right here would look a little scanty. And I'd always try to like you know, fluff it or whatever, and it would stay fluff for maybe 2 seconds, and then it would do something like that almost, but worse. On both sides, this side and in this corner here too. But because I wear my hair more to one side or the other, and lately I've been doing it more to this side, you can't really tell on this side as much. But sometimes you can see it a little bit in the back, but it was always very apparent from the side profile. You see how now the side profile is just like, because it's growing, obviously, and it's thickening up and it's filling out just like naturally on its own. So those little issues that I was like really nitpicky about, I like, this is the first time I was like, I came out of the salon and my hair wasn't all like flat and scalpy and weird looking. I know I told you guys usually I don't like how my hair looks the first week after I retie it, and this is the first time ever that I was like, oh, okay, it's looking really, really good. Like really good. I was so happy with it. Okay, so that's one big thing. It's getting fuller, like everything. Another thing, I now have like a favorite lock, and I hope that I can find it. Wait, is this it? I think this is it. Okay. I like this one. It is one of the first, the ends are, you know, wavy or whatever, but it's one of the first ones where like right here, all up here, it's the one that feels most like a lock, or like it's locked. Now, let me just say this before anyone comes in the comments and says, oh, be patient, it'll lock, don't worry. I'm not even thinking about that. It could take 10 years to lock, I don't care. I'm happy with my hair just the way it is, and I'm happy with how it's flourishing and doing what it's doing. It's just that because unlike when I had my loose natural hair, you're constantly in it and noticing things and doing things and all of that stuff. Because I'm not like that with my hair now, anytime I notice like a significant change, I'm like, oh my gosh, oh yeah, that's different. So I'm just pointing it out because I noticed it in the last 2 months. It was that one lock that felt more like a lock. And there's like that one and one just beside it that's similar, but that one's like the main one. It's thickened up. You feel the texture difference. And yeah, that's, I guess, the one thing that's kind of changed in terms of the locks as well. But yeah, other than that, I'm still banding, twisting and banding. I think as my hair gets longer, I'll do more of the braid, because then the pieces of my hair won't be as like, you know, it'll be longer, so it'll be easier for me to do it. I still, after I finish washing, I unmarry. I go through each of the sections that I had twisted and banded, and I unmarry each of them. If there's I literally go through all 705 locks, okay? Yes. And I still focus on one movement, either down or up when I'm shampooing my hair. I only use shampoo. Before I was spraying water from time to time, but to be honest with you, I literally don't do that anymore. The most I'll do is like earlier when I got up and I was just fluffing my hair out, I took some water on my hands and it just helped to help separate it, because usually the day after you pull out the braids, it's a little stiff in certain areas. It hasn't filled out. This is the second day since I did the braid out. So it was still a little bit stiff, but now it's good, and it'll be like this for the next 2-3 weeks. Like, I'm telling you, my gosh. If you have been thinking about getting locks, whether it's Sisterlocks, traditional locks, micro locks, somewhere in between, just do it. Like, it's just hair. Like, stop stressing over it so much. If it's that you're stressing over, stop stressing over it so much. Just get it, find your inspiration, find someone you like. I have check out my last playlist on like how to find your consultant and things like that. I'm gonna be doing more updates on the questions I asked my consultant and all those things. just go for it. Like, don't worry about it. It's all good. It's hair. If you do it and you hate it, take it out or cut it off, start again. I know it seems like, oh my gosh, cut it off, start again. It's like, whatever. And more than likely, if you did it, and because when I had my first set of like micro locks, I had them in for over a year, and I pulled them out after, like, I combed them out. They weren't as small as this, but I combed them out. And my hair was the longest it had ever been in my entire life. Just saying. So, and if it's the money thing, then save up for what you want. The one thing I wish I had done when I got my first set of locks, but I guess it's all good. It's all a part of the journey. I wish I had just saved the money. Just saved up the money and then got my Sisterlocks, because that was 2013. Imagine 10 years later where my hair would have been if I had locked then. But everything happened for a reason, because I know I probably would have always been looking at loose naturals and thinking, oh man, I wish I had done that with my hair before I locked it, and always thinking, oh, but I don't want to cut off my locks now. I've had them so long. I really love them, but I'd love to try that. No, I don't have that feeling. I've tried everything with my natural hair, so I'm good now. If you have any other questions, or you just want to like chat in the comments, if you have tips or anything, if you've been locked for a long time and you want to leave some inspiration and tips for the girlies out there that are thinking about it, but they're still not sure. They're like, oh, show them some love in the comments. Thank you guys so much for all of your love, your support, your comments, everything. I've been going through a really rough time, even more so than before. If you check out some of my vlogs, you'll know some of the things that are going on. I will be sharing more in the future, but I just appreciate it, you guys commenting such lovely things. So, and supporting me, subscribing to the channel, liking, commenting, all of that, sharing. I love it. All right guys, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.